ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं गुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वाङ्मयं भुवनस्य वाचिकं सर्ववाङ्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादि तं नमः सात्विकं शिवं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति हरि ओं सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओं।
Thank you. Okay, so today Narayani is going to be introducing the class, and also she is here to take a quiz for all of us. Narayani, you are there, right? You are muted.
Yes, sir. Just a second. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Namaste to one and all present here. Today we will be having chanting of shlokas from Rama ma'am, and we will have a quiz. 17.13, we will verse 17.13, Rishikesh and Vishwesh will be presenting. 17.14 verse Satvik and Padma will be presenting. Verse 17.15, Dhruti and Sarayu will be presenting, and verse 17.16, Atharv, Pai and Akash will be presenting. And the stories are Anjana, the story of Nachiketa and his father. Thank you.
You can recite this shloka also, Narayani, and then start the quiz.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Are you ready for the quiz, Narayani? Are you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall I start? Shall I move to the? Yeah.
What is the meaning of word shraddhaya? A. Rules. B. Scriptures. C. Faith. And D. None of the above.
Okay, wait. Aditi and Sharo, wait. Let us give chance to other people. Okay. Raghav Varshni, tell me, what is the meaning of shraddhaya?
Good evening, sir. Namaskaram. Sir, it is faith. C.
Faith. Actually, Swamiji, you're right. The answer is correct. This was the first verse, Arjuna's question. But Swamiji says, actually, Shraddha has no literal meaning in English. Okay? Shraddha has no literal translated meaning in English. So, it's one's faith, we can tell, to make it simplified.
It is writing now only.
She's writing now. What she's writing? Okay. Yeah. Sharo, Aditi, Narayani. Some people I will ask. Narayani is anyway taking the quiz. But Sharo, Aditi, you are going to answer only if someone can't answer. Okay? Because I know you are very studious and you know the answers. Okay, next, let us go to the next question.
Should I lower my hand?
What is that? You lower your
Should
hand.
I
But
lower my
someone,
hand?
yeah, both of you, Sharav and Aditi, I will anyway give you chance if someone can't answer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next question, Narayani, go ahead.
What is the meaning of the word yajante?
Can I tell?
Who is
A.
that?
Worship. B. Ahaara. C. Happy. D. All of the above.
Who is that? Please raise your hand. Raise your hand first so that I know.
The Dhruti.
Dhruti. Okay, without raising hand, I will. Yeah. So Dhruti Sarayu has raised hand. Dhruti, you answer first. What is the meaning?
Angel.
Mhm.
Anger. No. Sharayu, you answer.
Yes, uncle. It's worship.
Worship. Okay, let us see the
Worship.
answer. Narayani, is it right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Worship, because this is what was discussed by the question was Arjuna's question was about worship only, right? How do you worship, with which faith? Satvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. So, what is the meaning of Yajante in this verse? Is worship. Let's go to the next question.
Can one change his position to a higher mode of nature?
So, question is, can you become a tamas from tamasic to rajasic, rajasic to satvik? Who will answer this? Swastik has raised the hand. Okay, Swastik.
Yes, sir, it is possible.
How?
So, like, if you are, like, it depends on, like, what you decide to change. Whether you decide to change your ahaara and, like, decide to change how you, like, do, like, puja. It depends on these different types of aspects.
Simply by believing in Bhagavad Gita and scriptures, right? And practicing it really. You can decide, but if you don't, you decide to get up in the morning 6 o'clock and go for exercise and you sleep. But if you don't get up, then so just deciding will not happen. You have to practice, isn't it?
Yes.
So, children, yes, we can change to a higher mode or a better mode than what we are. Narayani, you would like to ask according who raising the hand, or shall I tell?
Sir, anything is fine.
Okay, you only then take over and say who is going to raise the hand. Okay.
Okay. Should we simply wait for Krishna's special mercy and sit idle and not perform our regular duties? Raghav, Nitila and Vinayak.
Okay, Nitila, you can answer this.
Answer is no.
Yes,
Then,
the answer is correct.
Yeah.
You should do your karma, and you should also perform. You should also worship Lord Krishna at the same time by thinking his name while you're doing. So next slide. Okay. Who do not worship according to the scriptures Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead? A. Those who are not conversant with the scriptures. B. Those who are not faithful to the scriptures. C. Those who worship according to their mode of material nature. D. All of these. So the reasons are Salokya.
C1.
See what is the answer? Those who worship according to their material mode of material nature. Okay, so that you feel. Can you ask one more person, Narayani, who wants to answer this?
Okay, Samriddhi.
Samriddhi.
Sir, all of these.
Okay, let's see the answer. Okay, correct. All of these. So this is a negative question. Those who don't follow. those who are not having faith and those who are only materialistic. Materialistic meaning only going outward to your five senses. Whatever you see, you want it. Whatever you like, you taste it. Whatever you enjoy, you continue doing that. That is materialistic. Okay, these people are not following the supreme advice by Krishna. Got it, children? This is what is said in this chapter. Next question.
Yes. The sixth one. At this stage is one eager to serve the Lord in his aesthetic love. A. Kanistha
Adhikari.
Adhikari. B. Madhyama Adhikari. C. Uttama Adhikari. And the D is none of these. Ishita.
Uttamadhikari.
Why do you say it is Uttamadhikari? What does the other two mean? Kanishta and Madhyama?
Sir, Kanishta means very low.
Very good.
Madhyama means medium.
Very nice. Good answer. And very, you know the meaning of it. Very good. So it is Uttama Adhikari. The love towards highest nature of means God, Krishna, is the Uttama Adhikari.
And the keyword here is aesthetic.
Ecstatic.
Aesthetic mean?
Aesthetic, yeah.
Means it will be unparalleled. Nothing can come near it. It is beyond anything because not selfish. It is beyond. Like your mother loves a child. There nothing to be expected in return. Okay?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Serve. Okay. Now, next, Narayani.
If every living being is the part and parcel of the Lord, then why is he influenced by the modes of material nature? A. Because he feels comfortable in that situation. B. Because only the modes of material nature are accessible to him. C. Because he forgets his relationships with the Lord. And D. By doing so, he acts practically.
This is a difficult question, but if you think, answer is very easy. Why does a person forgets? Or why does he? I give the answer anyway. Just so who is answering, Narayani?
Atharvanaditi.
Athar. Okay.
Sir, D.
By doing so, he's practical.
So give someone else a chance.
You give a chance. There are Nitila, Vinayak.
Raghav, Varshini.
Raghav, yeah.
So I think it is C part because he forgets his relationships with God.
So what is the real relationship with God, Raghav? Where is God?
Sir, in ourselves.
So do we forget that sometimes when we get angry, when we get jealous, when we have
Yes, sir.
hatred, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So that is the answer. Nitila, this is the answer. Because he forgets his relationship with the Lord. Sorry, Athar. Athar said, by doing so, he is practical. No.
Yes.
No, 8.
The eighth question. Those who undergo severe austerities and penance not recommended in the scriptures are known to be 1. Demons, 2. Demigods.
No one has raised the hand. So who will answer? Sharav.
Ma'am,
Sharav.
Dhruti.
Dhruti, okay. Dhruti, please answer.
Sir, demigod.
Those who do the severe austerity which is not given in the scriptures, okay, let us see. Answer is not demigods, it is demons. Tamasic people. They do something which is not given in scriptures. We have seen in the last class. Okay, no worries.
Okay, ninth question. Satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. True, false.
Mana prasadaha saumyatvam. This is going to be done today. This verse is going to be done today.
Sir, can
Aditi wants to answer. Okay.
True.
Right. Correct.
Correct.
So this satisfaction, a quietude of mind, self-control is actually the real austerity. We'll see it. We have seen last class the bodily tapas and the physical tapas. Now we will, and vak tapas. Now we are going to see mind tapas today. With that, we come to the last question.
What are the symptoms of austerity of the body? Select one or more of the following. 1. Cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. 2. Working hard day and night for material wealth.
Now, Rani, you should tell also who is going to answer. Okay. Sharav. Okay. Sharav, please answer. Try to answer this.
Sir, number 1.
Cleanliness, saucham, simplicity.
So what is celibacy?
Celibacy is brahmacharya. You are all brahmacharis, no? Not married, nothing to worry.
So 4
Yeah, there are four
ashramas.
ashramas, correct. One is brahmachari. If you say you are going to live 100 years, say for example, okay, you might live even 120 years, but 100 years, then you divide that into 4. What it will be? Let Smriti answer. Smriti, if you divide 100 by 4, what is the answer? Let me see if she can tell. Smriti, can I see her? She's listening. Dhruti's sister. Okay, if she can't answer, we will ask Aditi Salve. If you divide 100 into 4 by 4, what?
Can I tell?
No, let Aditi. Who is that?
Smriti is telling.
Go ahead.
25.
Very good. So, what is your age? All of you are under 25? So, you are in the first ashram,
Yes,
that is
sir.
brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means she doesn't have to go for work. He's only learning things. Okay? He's taking a lot of things from the society, but giving very little. And he doesn't have any headache of doing anything. He can directly go to sleep and get up in the morning and do his work. Nothing to be worried about. Are you not brahmachari now? Correct?
Yeah.
So that is the first stage. Second stage comes as grahastha, your parents. All of them have to take care of yourselves as well as themselves and their parents who are old. They have to give lot of things to the society also, and they have to work hard, and they can't go as easily as you can go for sleep. Okay, they have to think about tomorrow. That is grahastha ashram from 26 to 50. Then comes after 51 to 75. That is called vanaprastha ashram. Vanaprastha means you start slowly giving off all your responsibilities to your children, those who are grown up. You slowly start detaching, means you slowly start going away from this worldly or materialistic nature. And finally, if you say if you're living 100 years, means 76 to 100.
Sir, you become a sannyasa.
Yeah, and that is very difficult. Sannyasa means you have to renounce yourself, that you are only for God and nothing else. But children, it is not so easy to go from one stage to another. Some people are brahmachari and sannyasa. Like, can you give me example who was a child but he was?
Shankaracharya.
Exactly. And even before that, we have done this story so many times. Prahlada.
Prahlada.
Isn't it?
Yes,
Prahlada.
sir.
Then today's story is about Nachiketa. All this were brahmachari, but they were so pure, and they were only focused about God that they gave up their entire all the ashramas and became sannyasis. So children, the earlier you start understanding about scriptures, the easier for you to transform from one ashrama to other ashrama. Okay, Narani, thank you so much. And we have completed the quiz, but let's revise once again. I'm sorry, we are revising because why? Practice makes us perfect. So the first question by Arjuna, the first verse was, what really happens to spiritually illiterate? Not by studies, spiritually. They depend upon, are they sattvic, rajasic or tamasic in their worship? To this, you all know the best way is having scriptural studies. Read, understand and practice. Okay? You just can't go to second standard if you have not done first standard. So you have to go through one pattern, first, second, third, then only go to higher standard. Same way, if you don't do scriptural studies, your faith will depend upon so many other things like dehinam shraddha, means your nature will take over. If you are only active in playing, you will only play. You will not go to school. If you're only a bookworm, you will not go to play. So your nature will take over. And that's not the ideal way. And finally, we know shraddha is divided into three. Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. We'll come to know what it is. But Krishna says very clearly, Tam Shruno means what? What does it mean, Dhruti? Aditi?
Sir, I can't hear.
You can't hear. Who is that?
Sir, Shruti.
Okay, Dhruti. You stop writing your homework, Dhruti. This class, you should only focus on the class. You are scribbling something. Please keep it away.
Sir, I'm writing what you have shared in the screen.
Ayo, don't do all that. It is all there in YouTube. Please don't do that. We are not saying anything. I will give you the book also. There is a book we'll send you. Okay. Do not write. Okay, Pragnya, you want to say what does Tam Shruno means?
Sir, Krishna says that Tamshuna means that listen carefully.
Listen very carefully, extremely carefully, cautiously. Because if you don't listen carefully, Smriti, are you listening? You will become like this chimpanzee who doesn't listen at the time of. Where is Smriti? Is gone away somewhere, right?
Yes, she went up.
Okay. Okay. So we don't have to become like these chimpanzees. We are evolved chimpanzees. We are evolved monkeys, isn't it? We started from apes and we have become humans because our brain is bigger than anyone's brain. So if you listen carefully, then only you'll understand. And why do you have to do that? Because you have to train your mind. Because we saw, if you are going outward senses, you are materialistic, God doesn't like you. God wants you to be inward. And that is only by training your mind. Because mind controls all these five senses. A wrong thought, a wrong desire will always go outwards. But a right thought, a right desire for learning Bhagavad Gita or scriptures will all train like this pet who is trained pet, and then only the person is taking control of the pet. Otherwise, this pet is going, the mind is taking this person everywhere. So only by listening carefully, understanding, repeatedly understanding will help you. We have seen that initially Bhagwan tells the worship is in three types, depending upon the motive of the worship. And Sattvic worship is when you do simple abhisheka. You put flowers, you do abhisheka of like Rama is doing abhisheka here on a lingam, without asking anything for him. He's asking for the betterment of the entire humanity and the beings all around. He doesn't ask for his growth. He asks for spiritual growth and for growth of everyone. That is the motive behind a Sattvic worship. Can anyone tell me what is the motive behind Rajasic worship? Any one of you? Aloki, go ahead.
So,
The Rajasic people only worship for themselves, not for the betterment of others.
What is the example you can see here?
Sir Ravan, he is only worshipping for his materialistic growth.
Good, very good. Now, anyone can tell tamasic worship. What does it mean?
What can I do? Sir,
Okay, Dhruti has raised the hand. Let her try.
Tamasic means hurting others
Very good.
without
Very good.
reason.
Yeah. And an example by someone?
Like my sister coming and beating me without doing something.
Okay. That is a mischief, not a worship, right? So we have seen Drushtadumna's birth, the Yajna performed that time. You know, he was only born to kill, I think I forgot now, Dronacharya. Okay. So to kill someone or harm someone is tamasic worship. The motive is not good behind it. Okay, let's go to the. Now, Krishna, after this small introduction to worship, he explains from his own that he says, I will explain you ahaara, then tapas, danam, ahaara and worship, the way we do puja. So he's first introduced us sattvic ahaara. Narayani, can you read the sattvic food, please?
Yes, sir. Sattvic food that is fresh, wholesome, processed, unrefined, juicy, water rich, freshly cooked and lightly seasoned are sattvic in nature. Sattvic food is food with life energy inside it. It is food straight from nature with no or minimal human
interference. Okay. So children, a fresh food which is prepared and served and eaten with lot of love. Only home food is fresh. Mother cooks with lot of love and she cooks with also prayers after giving bhog to the whatever Krishna or Ganpati. After serving to Lord, then you eat it. That is sattvic food. And what will happen if you eat such food is you will become pure. Your thoughts will become pure. You will be happy. There will be a lot of self-control. You can do meditation. You can do studies. You can play well. You can score very good marks in your exams also. Now coming to Rajasic food. Can Aditi, can you read this please?
Sure, uncle. Rajasic food. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, dry, and hot are Rajasic in nature. Rajasic food includes food with an excess flavoring of salt and spices.
Yeah. So good. So this food, actually, if you eat a lot of spices, we know it will burn your tongue. It will upset your tummy. And sometimes next day also when you go for your morning routine, that time also you will be upset. So, anger, arrogance, all these are byproduct of sattvic, Rajasic food. It will also cause diseases which we don't want to have at younger age, right? Or even older age.
Sir, we also get vomit the next day.
Exactly. If you eat pani puri, spicy, you will vomit definitely. Okay, but I don't tell you that you should not have Rajasic food. As a child, you may have to have little more energy, right? But try to make Rajasic food into Sattvic by taking in moderate quantity. Not that you can tomorrow say, I will not take all these things. Take in moderate quantity, little less and occasionally. Now coming to Tamasic food we have seen. Can Ishita read this? Ishita?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Tamasic food.
Foods that are stale, eaten after 3 hours of being cooked, rotten meat, fish, and foul, bad smelling are tamasic in nature. Tamasic food is dead. When we eat dead food, the same death is transferred to our body in form of the disease.
Excellent. So, children, our body is not a dustbin or a graveyard. Dead things go where, or dirty things go where? They go in the dustbin or in the graveyard. That's why Sadhguru ji, Chinmayananda ji, so many Mahapurushas have already explained about this. We have already discussed it a lot. Just wanted to request you, if you want to go to the right spiritual path, you have to reduce Rajasic food and zero Tamasic food. That is the first thing about going to spiritual path. Because very clearly, what you eat, you become like that. So if you eat very good, fresh things, you will be always fresh, positive, and energetic. So,
Sir, one doubt.
yeah, please.
Like nowadays, I want to eat vegetables only, but sometimes it comes to the fact when I have to eat chicken, meat, or anything like that. So, how I have to eat it, so how do I avoid it?
Yeah, maybe if family is having this regular, they are eating already, you can't say no. But if you have any other dish, choice is there, then you can go for vegetarian dish. But there is no choice at all. Then you cannot be starving, right? So you have to eat. Only thing you can pray God that okay, I am eating this food as food, not for my taste, not for my tongue. I'm eating for food to give me nutrition. So you can forgive me, God. Let me eat. Let it become as ahaara, as a good thing, and give me energy for that day when there is a non-vegetarian food made for you. And slowly, I'll tell you, surely and slowly, things will change for you. You will get more choices of vegetarian dishes and you will become sattvic one day. Sattvic means sattvic ahaara, food will happen, will be your main diet. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Sir, if we always eat healthy food, what will be called as?
Sattvic. Will be called as sattvic.
If we always eat healthy food, what will be called as?
What will be called as sattvic only.
Okay, sir.
So, and we also saw ahaara means not only food. What are these 5 things which we take inside? Can Sharo, can you tell us what are these 5 things which we take inside is ahaara?
Sight, hearing, feeling, taste for desire for taste, and smell or inhaling air.
Correct. So if you are watching only some movies like horror movies, I don't know how many of you watch that movies, but horror, bloodshed, that is not good. That is not good ahaara. If you're only speaking some languages which should not be spoken, that is also not good ahaara. If you are hearing only some music which is very loud, very much disturbing to the eardrums and the brain is shaking, the head is shaking, it is not ahaara, good ahaara. Obviously, what you see should be also good, what you smell also should be good, and what you taste should also be good. About taste, we have already discussed a lot, but the other 4 senses also are included in ahaara. Okay? Just as a vehicle, new brand vehicle, if you put, it is made up, it should be petrol into it. If you put water into it, what will happen? Or you put kerosene or you put some other liquid into it. Will it work? Will it go well?
No, it'll even spoil.
Exactly. So your body is like a brand new model vehicle, but it has to have positive sattvic fuel to it. Then only it will run fast. It will run in correct direction without any stops. Now, after ahaara, we were going to discuss about yajnas. So that we all know that there are 5 pancha mahayajna, that which we all have to do every day regularly without any fail. out of which one by one we'll go. Narayani, can you tell first Deva Yajna means what?
Sir, Deva Yajna means the Yajna.
Puja. Morning, get up.
Yeah,
Go for
it is done between the time of 3 to 4.
Brahma Muhurta, you get up, take a bath after your routine, and then do puja. Okay. Aditi, what is Pitru Yajna?
Pitru Yajna is the worship to our parents and ancestors.
Very good. Then, Sharo, what is Brahma Yajna?
Brahma Yajna is learning or meditating upon spiritual scriptures, sir.
Exactly. So, we are doing that. At least on Thursday, you are reading scriptures. And if the day when you got a verse, you are reading on other days. Regularly, if you read shlokas, chanting, that is Brahma Yajna. And try to understand it. Salokya, can you tell us what is Manushya Yajna or Atiti Yajna? Pragnya, can you tell us what is Manushya Yajna? Atiti Yajna.
So, may I?
Yes, sir. Manushya Yajna is basically when
Yes? Can't hear you. What is happening? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes. Her internet, I think she has some problem.
Okay. I think someone else was interested. Raghav, can you tell what is Manushya Yajna?
So, Manushya Yajna is basically helping others.
Yes, helping
Who are
your
in
fellow
need.
beings that you can do in so many different ways, isn't it?
Yes, so.
And lastly is Bhuta Yajna. Can someone tell Bhuta Yajna? Who wants to speak about it?
Sir, can I do swastik?
Swastik, go ahead.
Sir, Bhuta Yajna is they pray to the Bhutas, or also like helping out animals, etc.
Yes. So the beings other than human beings, we think beings means only human beings. So every other being, maybe it is small ant, maybe it is a cow, it is a dog, or any being which you can see like birds. In the summer season is going to come now. You should keep one small vessel of water outside your house. You should keep some food grains. All this is a form of Bhuta Yajna. So children, Pancha Maha Yajna has to be practiced by all of us without any fail, without any holidays. Those who do this is the right Satvik Yajna. Okay. And you know the importance of it. You know, to do this, you have to get up early. So you have to become Satvik. You have to get up early. You cannot be lazy. You cannot be tamasic. By doing this, touching your elder's feet or uncle or auntie or whoever comes to your home, you respect them. You bring family together. And most importantly, when you start seeing in every being God and serving them, you come close to the God. You come close to the highest form of your nature, that is none other than Bhagwan Krishna. So we have already done the 13th verse in the last class, and we all know that we have to step up. In Yajna also, we have to step up from Tamasic Yajna, we have to go to Rajasic. Tamasic is where you don't have any faith and you do harms to others. That we are not doing. None of us are doing that. But Rajasic Yajna, we always expect when we go to temple, we pray special prayers and then we ask, Bhagwan, give me this and I will do this. That should not be there. No returns. And from there you rise up to Satvik Yajna. No expectation. You do for Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya. For everyone's well-being, I am praying. Not only for me, because in everyone's praying, I am included, right? You don't have to be excluding yourself. You are included in when you pray for everyone. So step up in your yajnas also. From Tamasic, go to Satvik, Rajasic, and Rajasic to Satvik. A story of Nachiketa. Ma'am, I will request if you can just give a brief of this Nachiketa story. Today, I think Anjana was having some other thing, because I know the story, but I would like it to be perfect for the students. 5 minutes, can you spare and tell a story, ma'am?
Okay, sure. Hariom. This story is from Kathopanishad. In this Kathopanishad, a king Vajasravas, he was distributing old cows and useless things, like how we said tamasic yagna, like that. That is the cows which are not going to help anybody else. Like that cows he used to distribute in the as dhanam. Then this little boy, his son called Nachiketas, he asked his father, and in that yagna, everything the person who is going to conduct the yagna has to sacrifice and give in dhanam as to all the whatever he has possessed. So then he says, I am your property also. You want me to give to whom? Then the father keeps quiet and doesn't answer. For repeated asking, Nachiketa gets the answer, I am going to give you to Yama as Dhanam. Then he says, okay, then let me go to Yama's house. Then he goes to Yama's house. Yama is not there. Then his wife says, please come in. He says, when the owner of the house is not there, Yajamana of the house is not there, I cannot enter your house, so let me wait for his return. On his return to his house, Yama sees this little boy waiting outside. He came to know that he has not even taken food and or even a sip of water from his house. So he feels very sorry. Then he says, in prayaschitta. For that, the boy is given 3 varas, 3 boons. From the first boon, he asks his father should be, bereft of his anger towards him. That means his father should be happy about him. And the second one is, he says, he asks something about this karma kanda, that is how to do yagna and all. Then he asks something about this agni, some information the Yama gives. Then that is called Nachiketa Agni. Nachiketa Agni, that is called. Even now it is in practice. And as a third boon, he asks, I want to know about the Atmagnanam, about myself, about Brahman, my true nature, he says. Then this Yama gives, no, you cannot, you are too young for that. He wanted to test whether Nachiketa is fit, is an adhikari for that Brahma Vidya. Then he gives, he says, I will give you all 14 worlds. You can be the king of that. He says, no, that I don't want. Then all pleasures, worldly pleasures. He says, no. Then why do you think great rishis sacrificed all this and they were not interested in these worldly pleasures? Why did they go in search of Atmagnanam? That Atmagnanam only I want, I don't want anything else, he says. Then Yama thinks that he is fit for Atmagnanam. Then he gives Atmagnanam. That is, as a child, he went to Yamaloka and got the Atmagnanam, and Yama is his teacher. Nachiketa is the student. That is how it is. So that Atmagnanam, the conversation between Yama and Nachiketa is in Kathopanishad, Katha Shaka of Upanishad, Kathopanishad.
Excellent, madam. Thank you so much. Everything you explained in details and perfectly. So children, this is what is the real story about Nachiketa, and you all are already there. You are wanting to learn this Atmanyanam at a very young age. Maybe you're all Purva Janma Karmas, and we call it as Yoga Brashtas. just like Nachiketa or Prahlada, you're all studied so much in the last Janma that from the beginning of this Janma, you have got a chance to chant these shlokas, understand it, and Krishna is providing all this through whatever means to you. So you are all blessed, and because of you, teachers, person like me, all are blessed. Only because of all the kids, we are taking these classes. Last class, we also did 14th verse. And this verse talks about the next level, the tapas. The tapas, which is divided into physical, like you do puja and all that, it is physical. Then it's verbal. That means you chant things. But the most important tapas we know is the chanting in mind. And that is very difficult. And today, before that, I think 15th verse, which we are done last time, that is very, very, very important, children. It is one of the most important verse for all of us. How do we have our speech? When we talk to someone, how do you speak? Can someone tell me the 4 things of this? Okay, Dhruti, you go ahead. Tell me.
Sir, can I tell about astrology?
Astrology.
Austerity.
Austerity. Okay, tell. Please go ahead.
Austerity, the words that do not cause us are truthful and dense, beneficially, as well as regular recitation of Vedic scripture. These are
Okay.
these are the austerity of speech contains in consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not
Harmful.
agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature.
Good. So the component of a correct speech is Satyam Hitam Priyam Anudvegakaranam. Let us understand a little bit of this, because last time we ended here, we could not explain in details. Whenever you tell the truth is very, very bitter, they say. So you slowly go near and tell the truth. Don't announce, oh, you are looking like this today. You are very short. You don't tell like that. Truth is to be told, but you can softly go and tell in the ears. Because truth, they say it is bitter. Even though it is good for the others, it is bitter. Then it should be, whatever you speak it should be for the benefit of the others or for yourself also. So it should be discussed among everyone. See that everyone agrees to it. Not just you are saying it is beneficial. Everyone should be feeling it is beneficial. So whenever your class is there, you have understood something, can we tell which is beneficial to others? Hitam. Then whenever you speak, that speech should make people feel lovable. Means they should feel joyous. They should feel happy to stay with you. If this is happening with you, then you are doing the right way of speaking to others. Lovable or priyam. And finally, very important, children, it's very difficult also, your speech should not be agitating to anyone else. Not even sometimes to yourself. It should never hurt anyone. So this fourth thing is the most difficult, children. Anudvegakaranam. It should never hurt someone's sentiments. And these 4 components should be part of your speech. And I will tell you frankly, as you grow, now you're only with your parents, your friends who like you, who are so enjoying with you. They don't trouble you, but you will meet some bullies in the future. When you become secondary, senior secondary, you go to higher secondary, you go to colleges. Remember that those who don't follow such speech, be away from them. Simple. It's a very simple technique. Be away from them and you will be speaking good way. So with that, we come to 16th verse. And today, Rama madam, I think Sharo can chant with you, madam, because Atharva is not there, Akash is not there.
Okay. Okay.
Sharo, you go ahead and chant, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Manah prasada saumyatvam maunamatma vinigraha bhava samshuddhirityetat tapo manasam uchyate. Manah prasada saumyatvam.
Manah prasada saumyatvam.
Manah prasada.
Manah prasada saumyatvam.
Maunamatma vinigraha.
Maunamatma vinigraha.
Bhavashuddhirityetat. Samshuddhi. Sorry. Bhava samshuddhirityetat.
Bhava samshuddhidrit.
Samshuddhirityetat.
Bhava samshuddhirityetat.
Yeah, is one word. So come, you have to say continuously. Bhava samshuddhirityetat.
Bhava samshuddhirityetat.
Very good. Tapo manasam uchyate.
Tapo manasam uchyate.
Here bhava, BH, that is Mahaprana, and then Shuddhi is DH. The second DH is Mahaprana. Okay. Let us all chant together. Manah prasada saumyatvam.
Manah
prasada
saumyatvam.
Maunamatma vinigraha.
vinigraha.
Bhava samshuddhirityetat.
Bhava
samshuddhirityetat.
Tapo manasam uchyate.
Tapo
Thank you, ma'am. So
Yeah.
with this, we will go to the explanation.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Friends, after discussing physical discipline, that is, Kaikam Tapas in the 14th verse, Vak Tapas in the 15th, Krishna comes to Manasam Tapaha, mental discipline, in the 16th verse. Atharva has beautifully explained the meaning of verse 17.16, which talks about Manasik Tapas, which in English means mental austerity. Let me add my thoughts to what has already been said. While Kaikam, physical discipline, is easier because it belongs to the Stula Sharira, Vachikam Tapas is a bit difficult as Vak Indriyan is a subtle organ belonging to the subtle body. But Manasam Tapaha, mental austerity, is a different story as the mind is an internal instrument. Even in general sense also, physical discipline like doing exercise, walking, doing yoga asanas is of course easy. But control in our speech or Vak Tapas is a bit tough as we tend to react and are always eager to speak our mind immediately. We always get irritated instantly and lose control over what we speak. But to master our mind is like taming a monkey. And this is a great challenge. Let us look at the verse. Manah prasada saumyatvam maunamatma vinigraha bhava samshuddhirityeta tapo manasamuchyate. The first discipline of Manasik Tapas is Manah Prasada, meaning a mind free from stress and strain. When our mind is restless, we cannot focus on studies, teaching, cannot enjoy our favorite hobbies like singing, painting, playing anything. For that matter, we cannot even pray. All these acts need a peaceful mind. Next is Saumyatva, meaning gentleness of thought. We know thoughts get crystallized into words and action. Soft mind brings in soft, gentle, and positive thoughts, which get reflected in our talk and actions. The third one is Atma Vinigraha, meaning the direction of thoughts. We can orient our thoughts by reading good books, keeping good friends, observing right practices, helping others, nourishing an attitude of gratitude. With this, we can be helpful to society and be a good citizen. The fourth discipline, Mauna, is silence. As they say, speech is silver and silence is golden. It is also said, silence speaks louder. Silence will protect us from impulsive talks and actions. Silence gives us time to divert towards healthy thoughts, which takes us to right attitude and right actions. The last one is Bhava Samshuddhi. Bhava means motive and Samshuddhi means purity. Bhava Samshuddhi is purity of motive or freedom from hidden motive. We should develop transparency in our thought and actions and keep our motive and actions safe and holy for the good of the society. This open-heartedness is called Bhava Samshuddhi. One who observes all the above disciplines is said to observe Manasika tapas or mental austerity. From the next verse onwards, Krishna is going to divide tapas based on 3 gunas. Hariom. Thank you.
Hariom. And this actually brings us to the end of today's class. I had few more slides, but we will take in the next class. We'll go directly to the... Can Ishita please chant this mantra for us? Ishita, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudakshate Purnasya Purnasmadaya Purnasevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hariom. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, children, and don't leave.